We've got a great one here for you tonight. We've got something. Oh.
No, you gotta tell them we're going local.
Local, up the street, up in Abington, Maryland, USA. We got DJ here, the beer geek, and the beer stunt drinker right here. Johnny, as I introduced myself at the beginning, we're going brewery DuClaw, and we're having bourbon barrel aged double black lightning. It's an occasional special, which DJ here thinks they brewed for the last time in 2011. So, we're having the 2011 vintage. It is a black IPA. Why don't you open the beach while I continue talking? We've got a 7.7 ABV. We got 85 IBUs, take my glass. And hops, we've got Amarillo and Chinook. And malt, Chinook. And malt, we've got pale, roasted, barley. What the fuck is that?
Midlothian.
Yeah, there you go. And crystal. And he has 2014, which means I guess we're rating this again. We drank this in 2012. We gave it some good ratings. We're going to see how it is. Let's take a look at the color. Okay, now that we've taken a look at the color, let's get a smell on it. Nice smell. I am going to drink.
The color is basically pitch black. When this started out, it was a black IPA or American black ale. We have a quarter finger of khaki off-white head, super tight bubbles. When I swirl it, we have some glass lacing, which I spilled on the table.
I did too.
And so did Johnny. Yes, that's right. Because he's handling that like a pro. Look at that. No beer wasted on DJs BrewTube. So, super dark colored beer. Let's get an aroma on the said beer. Bourbon, oak.
It smells like Chinese food.
That's because we just ate a fucking shitload of Chinese food. Bourbon, oak, caramel. A little bit of citrus hops, very faint.
I smell smoke in this. Do you?
Yeah, a lot of oak char. It smells quite tasty. Better than the last beer that we drank, wouldn't you say? Johnny's not an innocent gun fan. Cheers. Let's taste this. Wow. Nice.
I don't know why I rated it that back then.
Wow. Wow. Lots of bourbon forward, lots of charm, lots of like roasted malt. Big bourbon presence, plenty of bourbon presence. No like skipping the bourbon presence. Ow.
Okay.
Damn dog.
I get less bourbon presence and
Yeah.
I get good char.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, it's burnt coffee, chocolate, but I'm not, I can't remember back to 2012, let alone 2014 a week ago. I don't know. We were novices back then.
What I'm getting is a lot of toffee, a lot of barrel char, bourbon presence, bit of vanilla. Ow, and the dog scratching my fucking arm waiting for the beer.
So we got a black IPA here.
But a black IPA no more.
No, but... Well, if it's not a black IPA no more to you, then what? Double American black ale. What would you say then?
I'd say it's maybe an American strong ale now. It still has a decent amount of bitterness to it, but the bitterness now is coming from the malt solely and the char. Like that combination of the char from the barrel and the malt itself. The hops, whatever it is, I'm sure has died down by now. It's a beer that takes thinking actually, because most of these double black IPAs are not barrel aged and they're never cellared. So this one got what? Over 2 years on?
Well, 2011.
So we got 3 years, almost 3 years on it. Considering date of bottling, we've got bottling. Oh fuck, we've got over 3 years on this easily. What do you say?
So, okay, our buddies over at Beer Advocate Didn't rate it.
No. Still haven't rated it. I checked.
Did you? Really?
Yeah, since 2011. I guess nobody... This was a very limited release.
Okay. And the dudes over at Rate Beer gave it a 91.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it an A- back in 2012, and you gave it an A.
Yes. The clock's ticking. The pressure is on.
It is, and I wished I remembered it.
We drank many much beers that night. When we graded this
drank
beer...
many much beers between them, too.
But, excuse me, when we graded this beer, it was probably like the second beer of the night, I think. And
was it one of those epic beer nights where we drank everything and then tried to remember what we drank over the last 12 beers?
No, it was the one progression after that when we would review them beer by beer, but we did like 50 beers in a night.
I would have to say I'm going to give it a B+.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to the other beer, I guess that we had earlier, the Smoke Rouch, whatever one.
Otto.
Mm-hmm. That's a different beer, definitely. You know, it's a Belgian double, but this is the black IPA. I get the char and all that, but I guess fresher, it may have been better.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's lost something.
Okay.
I'm getting the char, and that's what I'm getting. It feels like I'm licking the side of a barrel with my tongue and just picking up all that char. It's not a toasted marshmallow stick, but it has that charness. It's hard. I mean, 2 years ago we were definitely thinking different beer-wise.
Sure.
And, the Stunt Drinker wasn't as stunty drinking as he is today.
As stunty.
Yeah. I just don't know. The mouthfeel isn't there.
I can see that.
It's just a little less than what it probably was. I could probably say fresher. This would have been nicer, giving my rating, but who knows what I was thinking back then.
Sure.
But, like I said, in the B+, I'm going to say 87. I mean, that's a B+.
So, Johnny's gone with an 87 for this basically 2-year-old beer, I guess. Would you say?
Well, you're on 3.
3-year-old beer. Okay,
Almost
3-year-old
3.
beer. Yeah, 2 years since we reviewed it last. And you know what? I'm going to downgrade myself, too. I give it an A last time. I'm going to give it... I think I'm going to go with a B+, too. I was at an A before, but I'm going to say it's B+, because it's very one-note now. It's a lot of char dominance. Let me get another taste.
I agree with it. The char just comes really through. Everything else is lost. And obviously, you're going to lose... I mean, it's an 85 IBU. And I can get... I know, because I know Amarillo and Chinook hops probably more than others for some reason, because I've brewed with them before. I would have to say you still have a little bit of hop, but the char comes through. Very much so. And, your hops are going to die off anyways.
And it's char as, like, bitterness.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's dominating the flavor. It's char as bitterness. The bourbon is there, and the base beer is there, but in the forefront... I taste the bourbon, but in the forefront, and saying, hey, I'm here, is the char. So, I've downgraded all the way from an A to a B+. I'm in, congruence with Johnny, if one can imagine that. God help me. Yes. Look at this. He's feeling superior. But, you know what? A beer that we're definitely going to finish. It's not a bad tasting beer.
Like the last one where I went, well, at least of yours. I slammed into mine.
That's right. Last of my beer. And you know what? I'm okay with that because I wasn't down with maybe finishing that beer, and Johnny took care of the ugly bits for me. So, if you've had this beer, which I doubt you have, because there's been very few, bottles of this shown on YouTube and very few reviews of it. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, don't send it to us.
No, don't send us another bottle of this. We're glad that we're done drinking this, and I'm giving it a B+. Johnny's giving it a B+. And if you think globally and drink locally and support the craft beer movement, that would be pretty fucking awesome.
You can like or dislike the local brews or whatever you want to do.
That's right, because it's about honest reviews, not bullshit reviews. It's about what you're drinking right in front of you and what you really think of it, because all the rest doesn't really matter. So,
yeah, I mean, we've done a little bit in the past.
A couple reviews. We're, well over 500. So, to the next DJs BrewTube, thanks a million to each and every one of you for watching. And we got nothing but a big-ass bunch of love. That belch means love. And a big-ass what?
Peace out.